A wet and dreary day in our nation's capital as we join you from Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good. Position up past the 40-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Running left to give to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. You talk about this Washington defense. And they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one. Because guess what? They're facing the number 1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
15. Yellow.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion. And that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
They'll try the left side. Stockton, and he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, here's Ekeler. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
And here's Brad Robbins now.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Hardman on the return.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
You talk about this Washington defense.
And they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Mahomes going to throw.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Oh, a design run for their wideout. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Anytime your offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. As they come up now, 2nd and goal.
Attack, attack! Yellow! Attack, attack!
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Butker's kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Sennett. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On now to punt, Brad Robbins. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They go play action. Daniels. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Daniels. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Hardman to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Pacheco headed right.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
15.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off, and the Commanders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken at around the 40. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. At their own 46-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Yellow. Hero 15.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Taken at the goal line. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
At the 60, at the 60. Bronco switch. Ready?
On third down, Stockton. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Cowboy 80. Bronco 80.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
Set. Warrior 70. Hut, hut.
Daniels looking to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Butker on for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Next the score, Chiefs 20, Commanders nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
Ready? Hiking 18.
They'll keep it on the ground. Weston, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
Daniel's going to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Now Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Hey, 57, 57.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is caught, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice from 10 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, set. 60
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at Commanders Field.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
From the 33, here's 2nd down at 7.
Come on, set.
Robinson up the middle.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
This 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Robinson. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
70 Lions.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Second and 10.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Check go.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Robinson. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They'll run on 1st down. Stockton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Stockton. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll try the left side. Stockton.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They'll try the left side. Stockton.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go. Here we go.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. Touchdown! Jason Kabenda. His first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Ramiz Ahmed, the kickoff for the Commanders.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll let this go for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, Ridley, Ridley. 43, 43. Hey, 15, 15, 15. Right side.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to let it go again. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the